My objective today is to make you aware of some proactive steps that are happening right now to put pressure on the reopening of the U.S. and Canada border, and some things that you and I can do right now. Stay with me. Hi, I'm Sandy, and this is Kaya.
And I'm Paul, and we're aboard Sea Oasis.
We always enjoyed outdoor activities and exploring, so now we're spending time exploring in the San Juan Islands, as well as Canada, and eventually Alaska.
And we want to share our experiences and adventures with you and people like you who enjoy the same kinds of things. Welcome aboard. It turns out Canadians aren't exactly eager to mingle with their American counterparts due to the COVID-19 running rampant in the United States. Okay, but as of today, the COVID tracker for the United States states we have 17,247 new cases in the United States as of yesterday, June 2nd. That's opposed to the 29,620 we had at exactly this time last month. So we're heading in the right direction. So far, Canada has resisted opening the border for fear of new onset of COVID cases. But you already knew that. Let's talk about American determination and proactivity. Americans' impatience with the border closure is at an all-time high. And to turn the heat up in Canada, an American citizen in Florida by the name of John Adams has begun running ads that at first he financed himself to turn the heat up on Prime Minister Trudeau and President Biden to open the border to fully vaccinated Americans, meaning those who've had both shots. He is actively standing up for those border communities who are failing due to the closing of businesses, and for the families that are torn apart due to the border closure. It makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, if we follow science and we have had both vaccines, we are not likely to infect Canadians, right? So the first proactive step that is rather obvious is to get your vaccines. But wait a minute. Science also says that if you've had COVID-19, you have the immunities and shouldn't require the vaccines. Am I correct? Well, my family had COVID in January of this year, 2021. And we looked at getting the shots and debated it quite a while. I was worried about getting the variants. It's reported that the vaccines do prevent you from getting the variants. So that's what helped me make my decision. And my husband and I now have both shots. According to news reports, political pressure has increased in both the United States and Canada. Leaders on both sides are demanding that the border be reopened. And it's reported as more Canadians are vaccinated, there's even more pressure from inside Trudeau's own caucus. But it seems most of the pressure is coming from American lawmakers. All across our country, mask mandates have been lifted in many states and restrictions towards COVID have been eased. And many states are going back to business as usual. It's expected that much of our country will go back to normalization as early as the July 4th holiday, with very limited restrictions. As a result, we're seeing a resurgence of interest among Americans to travel. On May 25th, Royal Caribbean became the first cruise line to receive approval from the CDC to conduct simulated voyages. These are planned for its Freedom of the Seas ship from Port Miami in Florida this month, June of 21. Cruise enthusiasts have rushed to volunteer to be on these sailings to test health and safety measures, and as you may know, millions of Americans are already flying and making vacation plans. And the heat to reopen the border is bound to increase with upcoming Canadian and United States holidays. Canadians are catching up on the percentage of people who have their first vaccine, but they're still pressing onward to get the percentages higher for those who need their second vaccine. British Columbia has put a 4-step plan in place as of May 25th of last month to bring British Columbian residents back together. By the time the 4 phases are completed, they're already into September, so that's going to be a slow process. Will we see a big change by the time we reach the border extension deadline of June 21st? Some say yes, but just based on the 4-step plan British Columbia has put in place, I kind of doubt it. But reports say we may hear something new out of Canada by this summer. As of late last month, Canada is requiring travelers to enter their information into their ArriveCan app that was first introduced in the spring of 2020. Now, the ArriveCan app is not mandatory for those marine travelers who are exempt from traveling into Canada. But you are strongly encouraged by Canada to put your travel information into the app to comply with new mandatory Canadian requirements and to speed up processing. Anyone who arrives without this information in the ArriveCan app will be asked to do so before they are allowed to cross the border. And just so you'll know what to expect, after filling out the information on the app, travelers are given a barcode and a registration number to show to the official at the border crossing. This app can be found on Google Play, the Apple App Store, and online at this address. And I've provided that for you as well in the description below. And you can make changes to your submission as necessary. Well, let's be hopeful that we will get a surprise on June 21st with some brand new changes and information from both countries. As for today, I hope this information has been helpful. And as I said, I've also put some of the videos that I've referred to in this video for your enjoyment. And I hope we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you.